What's up, everyone? Mule Kick Media here, and today I want to talk about a TV show that I've really been trying to, get across to a lot of people over the summer period because it's a show that I think is very underrated, and it finished a few months ago, and this show goes by the name of Banshee. Now, the people who know me know that I can't stop talking about how much I recommend this show to them, and I wanted to give a reasoning, or just like my personal opinion on the series and why I think you should watch it and check it out over the summer if you have the time to be able to watch it. I think it's one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated TV shows that I have ever watched. Like barely anybody has heard of it, but really you should have because it's a really fantastic show and I can't recommend it to you enough. So, first of all, I'm going to say how I got into the show. So, this was all the way back in about, I believe, like 2013, about 2 weeks after Breaking Bad finished airing in the UK. I was struggling for TV shows. I didn't know what TV show to go on to next because I was convinced I wasn't going to see anything near the quality of Breaking Bad from what I'd just seen, obviously, from the series finale. But then when I was scrolling around on my Skybox, I saw an advertisement by Sky Atlantic. They were showing a teaser for season 2 of a TV show called Banshee, and they was announced saying that there was like they were going to be reviewing season 1, like showing them on again on repeats. And I thought to myself, it looked interesting because the trailer looked very, very good, but obviously I wanted to watch season 1 first, so I ended up getting the box set, and I watched season 1 within about 3 days, and I fell in love with it. It was such an amazing show, and I'm gonna talk more about my opinion on all the seasons later on, but after me saying obviously how I got into the show, give you a brief synopsis of the plot for the show. So the show essentially is about an ex-con man who is freed from prison after 15 years. He serves his full time and he's let out, and he ultimately decides to go back and find his former lover who he was with before he was sent to jail. And it turns out that she is living in the town of Banshee. She's been living under a different identity because she was a thief as well. She has 2 kids. She has a husband, and nobody knows where she is. And she's trying to hide from her dad, who is like a massively well-known drug dealer, who she doesn't get along with, unfortunately. Uh, and then to get into the town, the con man realizes that he needs an identity so that no one will recognize him. And then, due to a load of conveniences, he ends up taking the identity of the town's new sheriff, Lucas Hood. So that already is an interesting, theme. The fact of you having a con man pretending to be a police officer. It's a really interesting, concept. But it's not just that, because the show is so many other things as well, and all of the new plots that you uncover during the show is ridiculous. Like, the storyline is really, really good. I didn't think it was going to be that great at the start, because I thought, yeah, it's a cool concept, but I don't know what they're going to do with this. They go some really good places with this plot, and the characters you meet as well are just fantastic. I mean, just the acting and the characters in general is brilliant. I mean, you really see the transformation of Lucas Hood throughout the story of the show. Like, you see him going from this ruthless anti-hero to a more concerning person, and in a way he kind of goes from a villain of sorts to a proper hero. Like, he tries to redeem himself and he realizes what he wants in life, and just the show is amazing, the characters are amazing, and I want to give a shout out to Proctor, one of the most underrated bad guys on TV. Like, the guy who plays him is amazing. Like, he's such a great character. He's, very, very, calm, but very psychopathic. He can, like, switch temper in the matter of a second, and he's a really, really good character in here, and he's not just like any stereotypical villain. They give him a personality. In some cases, you do actually agree with the things that he does, and he's just such a great villain. Like, and that's what more shows need to do. They need to make more well-rounded and developed villains like him, because he was just so amazing to see him on screen, because he's just such a fun presence as well. And also the action in this is amazing, not just the hand-to-hand combat, which in itself is awesome, but the actual action sequences, like the set pieces, I don't know how on earth they filmed some of this. Like, I don't know whether it's CGI, but it looks real as fuck to me. Like, for example, in the pilot episode, there's a segment where he's running along a motorway, and what happens is a bus ends up falling over, but then it literally like goes is obviously coming towards him, even though it's fallen over, and he's running away from it. And I started to think that I was watching like a blockbuster movie. Like it was really, really weird. But I don't know how they film them, but it's incredibly well done, and just the action is really, really good. And I mean, similar in vein to Breaking Bad, in my opinion, each season gets better and better. Like season one was really good, season two went up a notch, and three and four, in my opinion, are masterpieces. Like I can't find many faults with season three and four. Like they were both really, really good for different reasons. I mean, season three was more of the action explosive season, while season four was the more slow paced, but really good character development because obviously it was the last series, and it all culminates into what is, in my opinion, the best series finale for any TV show ever. And I didn't think I'd be saying this because I was convinced when I watched Breaking Bad series finale that that was the best, but when I watched Banshees, it completely blew me away, and I just knew that it was just that tad bit better than Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad is still amazing, but Banshees knocked it out of the park, and it really was a great final episode for a great series. And it's crazy how so little people have seen this show. It's crazy. It's such a great show, really underrated. It's got a real sense of style and dread to it. And I would say this is kind of the TV series that really kept me engrossed into TV after Breaking Bad. Like, there have been several other shows that I watched after Breaking Bad, like The Following, Hannibal, Penny Dreadful, and things like that. But this was the one that stuck out to me the most, just because of how much I enjoyed watching it and how much it stuck with me since. Like, even though the show has obviously is gone now, with season four being the last season, I still it still has a massive impact on me, and I remember all the moments from it. And it's just such a memorable TV series. So if you do have the spare time, and you aren't obviously being bogged down with timetables of what to watch, what not to watch, then please give Banshee a watch. It is absolutely amazing. And plus, there is only 38 episodes of it because seasons 1 to 3 have 10 episodes, and then season 4 has 8 episodes. So it's not necessarily a long series, but it's such a great show. And if you love your action pulpy TV shows, I think you will fall in love with Banshee. It's an amazing show, and I definitely recommend it to you people. It's awesome. But with that being said, with my little review on Banshee, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please go and check out the show. It's absolutely amazing, and you're doing yourself a big justice to go and watch it. So thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you again next time.